In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 5th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Houston Rockets. In pursuit of victory in the Lone Star State, 2 Western Conference teams, both unexpectedly impressive this season, are set to clash on the basketball court. The Minnesota Timberwolves are embarking on a road journey to face the Houston Rockets this Friday night. The Timberwolves suffered a setback in their previous contest, succumbing to a 117-106 defeat at the hands of the New Orleans Pelicans on their home turf. Despite being favored by 6 points, Minnesota failed to secure the win. On the flip side, the Rockets secured a 112-101 home victory over the Brooklyn Nets in their recent matchup, covering the 4-point spread. Historically, the Rockets hold an 83-50 advantage in the regular season series, with their most recent clash resulting in a 119-114 home triumph on January 23, 2023, snapping the Timberwolves' 7-game winning streak in the series. The Minnesota Timberwolves, riding the wave of 7 victories in their last 11 games, find themselves in good form. However, they are eager to avoid a 3rd consecutive defeat following their 117-106 loss to the Pelicans on Wednesday. Anthony Edwards led the team with an impressive 35 points and 5 assists, while Karl Anthony Towns contributed 22 points and Jaden McDaniels chipped in with 11 points. Despite these efforts, the Timberwolves struggled to match the Pelicans' intensity, shooting 45% from the field and 10 of 31 from beyond the arc. The team found themselves in a 23-point deficit before a late surge salvaged some respectability in the final scores. On the other hand, the Houston Rockets have maintained a decent record, winning 4 of their last 7 games. They aim to secure a 3rd consecutive victory after a convincing 112-101 win against the Nets on Wednesday. Alperen Sengun led the charge with 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, complemented by Fred VanVleet's 21 points and 10 assists, and Jalen Green's 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. The Rockets shot 48% from the field and an efficient 19 of 39 from beyond the arc. While they struggled to gain separation initially, a dominant 3rd quarter secured a comfortable win. The upcoming matchup promises an intriguing clash between 2 defensively robust teams. Minnesota, coming off 2 consecutive losses against the Knicks and Pelicans, faces the challenge of regaining momentum. Meanwhile, the Rockets, victorious in their last 2 games after a 3-game losing streak, boast a strong 14-5 home record. Despite the Timberwolves' 10-7 road record, they are determined to bounce back from the recent setbacks. In the defensive battle between 2 top-ranked teams, the Houston Rockets hold a slight advantage in this matchup. Although both teams excel defensively, Houston's offense has been more potent, averaging 125 points per game in their last 3 outings compared to the Timberwolves' 106.7. The Timberwolves, despite being the superior team overall, have faced challenges on the road, with 7 of their 9 losses occurring away from home. The Houston Rockets' formidable defense provides them with a competitive edge in this contest. While the Timberwolves enter the game in better overall form, their recent struggles with turnovers and offensive challenges raise concerns. In contrast, the Rockets are gaining momentum, highlighted by a convincing win over the Nets. Although the Timberwolves are favored on the road, the Rockets' impressive 14-5 home record suggests they could pull off an upset, especially if the Timberwolves start slowly once again. With 2 evenly matched teams, the hosts, the Houston Rockets, are given a slight edge in this contest. Consequently, the Houston Rockets to cover the spread as underdogs is our preferred full-game side pick. Analyzing the offensive statistics, the Minnesota Timberwolves average 113 points per game on the road, while the Houston Rockets score an average of 115 points at home. Considering both teams' offensive and defensive capabilities, a projected total of 225 emerges. Both teams share the same pace at 101.8 possessions per game, indicating a potentially fast-paced game despite their defensive strengths. Factoring in the pace, the final projected total increases to 228. Therefore, we recommend taking over the projected total as our full game total pick. Los Angeles Clippers versus New Orleans Pelicans. On Friday night, an enticing clash is set to unfold between two formidable Western Conference teams boasting an abundance of star power. The Los Angeles Clippers will embark on a journey to face the New Orleans Pelicans. Despite both squads notching 21 victories, the Clippers currently occupy the 4th position in the Western Conference, while the Pelicans find themselves in the 6th spot. This encounter marks the second of 4 meetings this season, with the Pelicans securing a 10-point victory in their initial face-off. The Los Angeles Clippers have been displaying scorching form, clinching victory in 13 of their last 15 games. Their recent triumph, a 131-122 road win against the Phoenix Suns, has extended their current win streak to 4 games. Paul George spearheaded the charge with 33 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, ably supported by Kawhi Leonard's 30 points and James Harden's 22 points with 11 assists. The Clippers exhibited remarkable efficiency, shooting 55% from the field and connecting on 18 of 34 attempts from beyond the arc. They dominated the first half with a commanding 70-51 lead, leaving no room for doubt in the outcome. Meanwhile, the New Orleans Pelicans have also found themselves in stellar form, securing victory in 9 of their last 12 games. Aiming for their 5th consecutive win, they recently triumphed over the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 117-106 road victory. Zion Williamson led the charge with 27 points and 6 assists. CJ McCollum contributed 24 points with 5 assists, and Brandon Ingram added 19 points with 7 assists. The Pelicans showcased a commendable 55% shooting accuracy from the field and a 1-2 of 2-6 performance from beyond the 3-point line. They established a commanding 24-point lead, allowing them the luxury of resting key players in the 4th quarter. Both teams exhibit striking similarities in key positions, setting the stage for pivotal matchups. The showdown between Valanciunas and Zubac as strong, rebounding bigs, Herb Jones and Mann as wing defenders, and the closely matched Harden and McCollum adds intrigue. The duel between Paul George and Brandon Ingram, 2 players with similar production and playing styles, further underscores the team's parallels. However, the critical matchups to watch are Kawhi Leonard versus Zion Williamson and the battle of the benches. Kawhi's impact is evident in the Clippers' 11-game winning streak with him on the court, highlighting his prowess on both ends. The Clippers' second unit, featuring Westbrook and Powell, appears more formidable than the Pelicans' bench. Despite the New Orleans Pelicans boasting a recent track record of 5 consecutive wins against the Clippers and dominating 9 of the last 10 meetings, the Clippers currently stand as one of the hottest teams in the league. With a 13-2 record in their last 15 games, the Clippers have emerged as a formidable force, making them a challenging opponent. Moreover, they have covered the spread in 7 of their last 10 games, showcasing their consistency and proficiency. The Clippers have been in exceptional form lately, evidenced by their confident victory over the Suns on Wednesday. The Pelicans, too, enter the matchup with momentum, securing their 4th straight win against the Timberwolves. While the Pelicans claimed victory in their previous encounter with the Clippers on November 25th, the Clippers have since asserted themselves as the superior team, so the Los Angeles Clippers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. In analyzing the pace of play, both teams, despite their star-studded lineups, do not exhibit an extremely fast tempo. The Pelicans rank 15th in tempo, while the Clippers hold the 22nd position. Notably, the Pelicans possess the 24th longest defensive possessions, relying on their height to impede quick looks at the rim and force opponents to work for their shots. The Clippers, led by Harden, maintain a deliberate offensive approach, contributing to their lower pace. The Clippers have recently trended towards the under, going below the total in 3 of their last 4 games, all of which resulted in victories. The Pelicans, on the other hand, have alternated between overs and unders in their last 10 games, with their most recent game resulting in an over. Heading into this Western Conference showdown, the Clippers find themselves in the 22nd position in pace of play. Leonard and George, despite their stellar performance against the Suns, are set to face a Pelicans team ranked 7th in defensive rating. With a healthy roster, the Pelicans present a formidable defensive unit, contributing to the anticipation of a low-scoring, defensive slugfest. Opposing teams struggle from beyond the arc at the Smoothie King Center, where the Pelicans boast the 4th lowest opponent 3-point shooting percentage in the NBA at 32%. The total has gone under in 5 of the last 7 games between the Clippers and the Pelicans, in what promises to be an enthralling battle between 2 elite defensive teams. Opting for under the projected total stands as our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus Dallas Mavericks. In the Lone Star State, two Western Conference teams find themselves in contrasting situations as they set foot on the court, each with aspirations of adding a win to their records. The Portland Trail Blazers are currently on the road, concluding a two-game road series against the Dallas Mavericks on a Friday night. The previous encounter between these teams in Dallas resulted in a resounding 126-97 victory for the Mavericks, surpassing the 11-point spread as favorites. Despite the Trail Blazers holding a historical 90-84 advantage in the regular season series, the Mavericks have secured victory in all three meetings this season, prompting the question of whether Portland can mount a comeback or if the Mavericks will complete a season series sweep. For the Portland Trail Blazers, the recent stretch has been plagued by adversity, losing 12 of their last 15 games. Seeking to break a two-game losing streak, they aim to recover from the humbling 126-97 defeat at the hands of the Mavericks on the road. Sheedon Sharpe led the team with 16 points from the bench, accompanied by Anthony Simons' 15 points and Jerami Grant's 10 points. Struggling from the outset, the Trail Blazers shot a mere 39% from the field and 13 of 40 from beyond the arc, finding themselves outscored by 78-47 in a challenging first half. Conversely, the Dallas Mavericks entered the matchup with a more positive trajectory, winning 4 of their last 7 games. Luka Doncic spearheaded their previous victory with 41 points, supported by Kyrie Irving's 29 points and Tim Hardaway Jr.'s 14 points off the bench as they dominated the Trail Blazers from the beginning, securing a decisive 78-point lead in the first half. Despite their contrasting recent performances, both teams face roster challenges. The Trail Blazers are without Jabari Walker, Moses Brown, and Deandre Ayton, while the Mavericks continue to miss the contributions of Dante Exum and Maxi Kleber. After the resounding 126-97 defeat on Wednesday, the Blazers and Mavericks clash once again at the American Airlines Center, marking the final encounter of the season between these two teams. Portland's offensive struggles are evident, with point totals of 88 and 97 in their last 2 games against Phoenix and Dallas. Injuries play a significant role, with 4 players listed as game-time decisions, including the crucial absence of Deandre Ayton. The Mavericks, on the other hand, secured double-digit victories in all 3 meetings this season, leaving Portland with only 2 wins in the last 11 encounters and a 6-game road losing streak. Dallas commenced the season with a 37-point loss to the Jazz, but rebounded with a 29-point home win shortly after. Inconsistency has marked their performance, but the return of Kyrie Irving after a prolonged absence injects additional scoring prowess alongside Luka Doncic. Both players showcased their offensive capabilities in the previous game against the Trail Blazers, with limited minutes ensuring their freshness for the upcoming clash. However, injuries to Grant Williams, Derek Lively II, Dante Exum, and Richard Holmes pose potential concerns for the Mavericks. Notwithstanding these challenges, Dallas appears undeterred. Portland's season-long struggles, compounded by injuries and youth, position them unfavorably. The Trail Blazers suffered a significant setback on Wednesday, losing all 3 meetings this season to the Mavericks by double-digit margins and maintaining a subpar 4-13 road record. With Kyrie Irving's return adding a secondary scoring dimension, the Mavericks emerge as the superior team, particularly considering Portland's lack of interior presence. Statistically, Dallas holds a favorable record against Western Conference opponents, covering in 5 of 6 encounters. They boast a 13-point advantage per game in the last 10 meetings, winning 8 of them, with a 7-3 record against the spread. The Mavericks' overall health, coupled with recent success, positions them well against a struggling Portland side. Kyrie Irving's return adds depth to their offensive arsenal, and having dominated the Trail Blazers in their recent meetings, the Mavericks aim to capitalize on their momentum. In light of these factors, Dallas, bolstered by the return of Kyrie Irving and a convincing 29-point victory on Wednesday, sets the stage for a stylish conclusion to the season series against Portland. Anticipating another formidable performance, the Dallas Mavericks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The offensive prospects for both teams appear subdued, with Portland struggling with one of the league's least productive offenses and Dallas facing a robust 3-point line defense. Projecting their average performances on offense and defense yields a projected score of 229. Both teams maintain an average pace of 103.5 possessions per game, contributing to a final predicted score of 237. Despite the proximity of this predicted final score, expectations lean towards a score below this number. Consequently, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.